Dopamine, what is it? How does it affect us and how do we increase it? Dopamine is a chemical substance and it is also a neurotransmitter in the brain, associated with addictive states, depression, and movement diseases. Here's everything you need to know about dopamine. The effects of dopamine in the body vary greatly, and it is associated with a wide range of symptoms and diseases. So in this article we will discuss what dopamine is, how it affects the body and what does its deficiency mean. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a chemical or hormone that is naturally present in the human body, as it enhances the feeling of happiness, in addition to being a neurotransmitter, that is, it sends signals between the body and the brain. The correct balance of dopamine in the human body is very important and vital, as it plays a role in controlling motor skills and emotional responses, making it essential for physical and mental health. Vital areas of the brain are affected by dopamine levels, affecting mood, sleep, study, focus, and learning, so its deficiency may lead to certain diseases, including Parkinson's and depression. Dopamine deficiency may be due to either a decrease in its production in the body or a problem with the nerve receptors in the brain. How is dopamine excreted in the body? Various neurotransmitters are synthesized in different parts of the brain, and dopamine is produced in two main areas. 1. The first is called the substantia nigra, which is a region located in the midbrain. Dopamine that is produced in the black matter generates movement in the body, so when its cells die or become defective, this may translate into difficulties controlling movement and developing Parkinson's disease, for example. 2. The second is called the ventral tegmental region. Dopamine released from this region does not stimulate motor skills except that it is activated when a reward is obtained. So what do we mean by a reward? When we do some activities that we like, eat some of the foods we like, or even do something addicted to it, this area of the brain is usually stimulated, which leads to a feeling of euphoria and joy, i.e. a reward. The dopamine produced in this region tells the brain that it deserves to get more of its stimuli, which leads to addiction. Decreased dopamine level. Although the regions responsible for producing dopamine in the brain are very fine and small, the dopamine they produce transmits signals throughout the entire brain. Symptoms of low dopamine level. The symptoms of dopamine deficiency in the body are very broad and differ greatly, as they are related primarily to the deficiency. For example, the symptoms of dopamine deficiency differ due to the lack of its production from the symptoms resulting from damage to neurotransmitters by drug abuse. Some symptoms and conditions that may be associated with a dopamine deficiency: muscle cramps and tremors, general aches and pains, loss of balance, constipation, difficulty swallowing, rapid weight loss or weight gain, gastroesophageal reflux disease, frequent lung infections, sleep disturbances and difficulties, exhaustion and low body energy, heavy movement and speech, negative emotions, despair, depression, guilt, anxiety, mood swings, devaluation and lack of self-awareness, suicidal thoughts, hallucinations and delusions, decreased sex drive. Causes of low dopamine level. The level of dopamine in the body is related to a variety of health factors. 1. Diseases. Some diseases are associated with a deficiency of dopamine, but it is not the main cause of them. Depression, schizophrenia, Psychosis, including hallucinations or delusions. Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease. 2. Drugs. Drug abuse also can affect dopamine levels, as studies have shown that frequent use of dopamine reduces the ability of the nerve receptors that receive it. 3. Food. A diet that is high in sugar and saturated fats will inhibit dopamine, in addition to a lack of protein in the diet. 4. Obesity. Some studies have found that obese people are more likely to suffer from a lack of dopamine in the body. Natural ways to increase dopamine in the body. If you think that you suffer from a deficiency in the production of dopamine, you should stop consuming drugs if they are the cause, but if the matter is due to an illness, you should see your doctor. If the causes are not organic, then you may be a few steps away from solving the problem. 1. Eat protein. The amino acids tyrosine and phenylalanine are compounds that make dopamine and find them in proteins, so eating foods rich in protein may boost dopamine production. 2. Eating a sentinel wort. It appears that the sentinel plant is a natural source of L-dopa, a pre-dopamine molecule. Studies show that this plant may be as effective as Parkinson's in increasing dopamine levels. 3. Persistent exercise. It improves and increases dopamine levels, while there is still a need to research which exercises will lead to this effect. 4. Sleeping adequately. Lack of sleep appears to reduce dopamine sensitivity in the brain, leading to excessive sleepiness and fatigue, so maintain a good sleep regime. 5. To listen to music tracks, where research shows that the music mechanism may raise the level of production of dopamine in the brain. However, there is still a need to discuss the effect of music lyrics. 6. Meditation. Research confirms that people accustomed to meditation have higher levels of dopamine production, but the same has not been confirmed with beginners. 7. Exposure to the sun's rays. There are many studies that confirm the effect of sunlight on the psychological state of people. So it appears that exposure to sunlight actually improves the extent of dopamine production. For any inquiries or questions, add your comment. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification to receive all new